Well, hi. This is Jeff with Final Boss. I'm going to be going over this screenplay written by a friend of mine. So I'm going to try to get as far as possible, and if I can, go through the whole thing. I don't know if I will be able to tonight, but may as well start now. So let's get down to page one here, and I will put my notes. And this is the countdown. Last day. All right, shift fade in. Okay. Sunlight pours through an open hatch in a ground level into cemented-in iron rungs. They trail down a narrow angled tunnel and stop in near darkness at a sealed door that looks like a bank vault. Day 11. From the outside, the vault door, muffled shouting. Bob Attorney 35, still in shape in an next army. With his arm in a sling. Wedges himself. Board and checkers to his chest. Okay, I'm in charge and I keep everyone alive, period. You won't make it more than 10 days. The water's nearly spent. Man, everybody's got stuff about water. Must be a thing on the public brain. I'd say the opening line for Turner seems a bit odd. I don't know if I'd expect this normally. Yeah, it's just kind of a funny opening line. The window's common room, fits dining table. Wall sconces on the round corrugated walls illuminate without them would be pitch black. Computer separates this room from a kitchen. Lights there keep the darkness at bay too. We make it if we work together. Again, it sounds like he's kind of speaking in truisms. Like these kind of like one-line, very neat things. Rowena Waltowski, feisty, stubborn. Okay, so we're getting a lot, which is fine. I feel like we're all in a survival situation, but we're getting a lot of characters introed. Like, I wonder if we could start small and then bring more in. It just feels like we're getting just chock full of characters here, which is not totally, you know, unacceptable, but it is a little trickier. I feel like it's a little trickier. All right. All right. So I loaded all my stuff on this, so I can delete that. All right. Anywho, this rationing crap doesn't work. We've tried it already. A script? I know. Who would believe it? I'm clueless with scripts. Well, they're actually good. You should try one. They're like going to dialogue boot camp, and show don't tell boot camp, no less. Um, the rationing doesn't work. Frail actress beaten down by the lack of success aligns herself to the angstroms. We've tried it already. 10 more days. The radiation will all be gone by then. But so will we. Listen, we won't all make it. The numbers won't work. Period. Goes now, or we all go later. Fine. You want at him? You go through me first. Ah! Is that why you write them, to strengthen your dialogue, or for something else? Well, I write screenplays because I just like the form. But I write my screenplays for that. One, it's like really good practice at certain things. It's sort of like, when you are play football, for example, you run track in the off season, sort of like that. It's very good, very good. What's up, Retta? So I like the conflict with, them wanting to throw out the disabled person with a disability, but it's not as clear as it could be. I think some of it is kind of clear, but it's a little fuzzy. Clark Lewis, 20, unshaven with bushy hair, holds a folder above a desk drawer. The lock in the drawer is an expanded paper clip and a nail file stuck into it. He jerks at hearing, yeah. Berlina charges Turner. He picks her up with his good arm. She flails arms and legs. He pitches her like a ragdoll on the couch, where Lucy attends to axe her on his bloody nose. We're all gonna die. I don't want to die. She drops against the counter and starts crying. That seems like Retta is a bot. Delete. The room goes silent in an instant. All heads turn around. All eyes follow on Clark at the entrance of the hallway. In fact, we can all leave now. The radiation. There is no radiation. I've got the proof. He waves the documents. Shirt up for the desk. They're all dark. Most of the lights burn. She can see Turner. She can turn her mirror. Turner flinches and winces, which you touch. Little warning next time. Wait. Turner. Yeah, Martin Jordan is the person with disability. Turner's dialogue seems to be shifting to something very childish. Doesn't feel so hardcore. It's okay with his girl, but the M not feels out of character. Yeah, I like the setup. I also kind of am I want them to talk about what's going on. Keeping her, you brought us this far, but it's unraveling. Clark stabbed me. Relina hates me. Making things worse. It feels like that really heated situation got dispelled quickly, Why is everything Okay, now, what dispelled that? You know, I mean, the scientist coming in, you know, was one thing, but we never really hear. It doesn't feel like it's going back in time. Okay. Doesn't feel like Clark. Okay, so it's going backwards. I see. Alright, you better this far, it's unraveling. Better we have no one else. She leans off his desk. Locates a fresh gauge bandage and roll of tape. We're alive today because of you. Don't ever forget that. I think I'm losing them. Or put yourself ahead of others is when you anything else. But I'm in charge. Feels like his dialogue is a bit like looping and repetitive. I'd say. The I'm in charge. It feels like his tone is shifting, and I'm having trouble getting a clear sense of what's wrong. So it's hard for me to care. I mean, that might be an overall note. Oh my gosh, these things showing up. Okay, another bot. Goodbye. I don't even know why I leave Periscope on. Anyways, early on, beyond a vague threat of radiation, it's hard to know. I don't get this situation, these characters. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and block the very annoying Periscope. Alright. Someone that's not a bot comes in, we'll talk. I'm in charge. Yeah. Okay. But it's my job. I have to keep everyone alive. She slaps the bandage over his stab wound. Blah, blah. So you've told us. But the others. Yeah, like, what put this guy in charge? Like, why do people even listen to him? He seems like just kind of a moron. Hey, I'm the nurse. I think I know how to dress the wound. Someone might interpret that as putting yourself ahead of others. I shall lose you. Yeah, it just feels like everyone's talking about stuff I don't understand. We're on page 6. Um, you know, we are having a philosophical, you know, discussion about, you know, putting others first, but I don't know the, situation we're in clearly enough to carry it. I need some concrete expository. Exposition isn't bad. It actually is good because it gives context to all the conflict. Exposition plus conflict makes drama. Um, yeah. Uh, all right. Mm. All right. Control room. So Turner dashes out. There's an alarm. Alarm is silenced. Turner removes the panel. Generator draws out a monotonous hum. MJ. I think that's the person with Down syndrome. You'd never refer to him as MJ before. I'd established earlier. This was on page 7. I mean, you kind of do, but you can just be clearer. I told you have to change this filter every 3 days. Beast has numerous eyes and 10 diadems. Oof, that's creepy. That's good. It's a creepy line. Like, ugh. MJ's creepy line from Revelation is good. Always good to have, people saying crazy, zany stuff. And I want to play HOTS right now, but I won't. I'm going to be disciplined. It's going to be great. All right. Maybe this job isn't for you. Reaches and pulls the old dirty filter. No, it is. I can do it. Scamper the mouse. Scamper the mouse puts those. Maybe you should tell Guinea you shouldn't change the filter. Please don't tell her. I'll do better. He drops his head to the floor. Starts the deal. I'm sorry. Okay, you're not dumb. You know there might be spiders. I feel like the scene is very conflict light. There is kind of a disagreement, but this isn't conflict because there's nothing really at stake and there's not a super clear goal. You know, it's just like just change the filter. Scene feels really conflict light. There's just kind of a verbal banter and not much progress. Stakes. I need to get to understand the situation better, so perhaps I can see the stakes. In this situation, okay. Good, because I want you to do this. Guinea wants you to do this. We want you to do this because it's perfect for you. Okay, I just want to help out. Tell you what, next time you change the filter, get me. I'll clean out any spiders first. Okay, ends up his arm. I'll go get you so you can clean out the spiders first. Yep. Try to step aside so MJ can get back to the scrubber. It's a little awkward, but I mean, I feel like we established that him and Guinea are in a relationship. That's kind of a funny. I mean, it's funny. You know, MJ stumbling on, Turner. But we've already established the relationship in the last scene and that they're friends. So it just feels like an extra joke. Yeah, I mean, we already kind of are like, okay, we get that they're in a relationship. We get that, friends with MJ. So it's like, okay, so like what new information is coming across? I feel like we're getting a lot of back and forth, but I really want to start getting new information about the characters and what is going on. So maybe that's just me, though. Like you and Scamper, you do different things with him. Of course. This is a really long scene. Jimmy doesn't want to be afraid of spider bros. If you cure MJ, make sure that he changes filters. So we just got to the same point, but it's a really, really long scene to get there. I really like the fact that you have, someone with a, developmental disability. I think it's like an awesome, character. But I do feel like this scene is really long for how light it is on conflict. I kind of want to see more, something happening. Turner's room. Clark turns on the monitor of Turner's desk. News video of a nuclear attack blares away. He tries to turn down the volume, but the nods are nothing more than dummy controls. He shuts it down. It's kind of weird. Why would it be dummy controls? He locates the switch for the Geiger counter and turns it on normal. So we're getting to page 10 or 11. There needs to be some pretty clear goals and movements here. Um, we're moving along. clear goal or even a clear situation besides the vague trapped in a shelter because of reasons. Need to start getting, consider getting into the premise earlier. Because even that first one, they're like radiation. It's like, oh, okay, well, what does that mean? Was there a nuclear attack? It sounds like even the newsreel with the nuclear attack was blank. So yeah, that's I'd try to figure out maybe another way to work that in there. Right. Doorknob turns. That's to get. Oh, I don't think I can wait. We're low on water. We need all the as we can get. Okay, so they all go. It won't give. So I like the reversing days, but it's tough because we know that that final that final situation didn't seem that epic. I don't know if I like this reversing day structure because it's like it's tension diluting. Because I know they made it to this day. They made it to day 10, so all the stakes in day 9 are kind of deleted. The reversing. I think it might be draining the stakes of your story. Like, I know everyone survived till day 10, so day 9 doesn't feel that scary. Okay. So you're gonna go and behave, got it? She holds up the key. Define behave. No monkey shines. Crap, I mean it. If it ain't about letting me out of these, I don't give a crap what they have to say. He shows the tip of a nail file cut and bit into a strange contortion with the lock and wiggles. I'm hooked up like a slave. Clark exchanges the pin for a nail. He wiggles and manipulates the file for. You stabbed him, Clark. His story is a load of dung row. You stabbed him. He had to do something. All I wanted to do was show his story was crap. And risk our lives, but something else is going on. I'm not here to argue. If you love me, you won't cut off the limb I'm sitting on for you. So stuff like this, we're already, we're already getting that in the dialogue. It feels like having this little you know, don't need the step back amazed. Let's say, what is this, page 14? This will be more of a minor note. Don't need stepped because we get that. And the stumble and fall. Hello, hello. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright. Tell you what, I'll leave it to go. If you promise to tell them, I'll tell you what. You agree to get them married. My new emoticon is approved. You guys ready for this? It's pretty exciting. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about this emoticon. What? I can't use my own subscriber amount? It won't even let me use my $24.99 subscriber amount. That's crazy. I've never had that happen before. Or it doesn't let me use my own emote because I haven't paid enough. I haven't subscribed to myself. Seems a bit weird. Can use that one. Whatever. Everything's too vague about the situation. It's so hard to get involved, and I don't really know what's going on. There's like the stabbing situation, which is great, but then I know everyone turns out okay, so then all the drama is just kind of seeped out of it. And there's not really a mystery to be solved. I feel like this working backwards is like everybody has to be bloody and dead, you know. Yeah, I feel like that first scene needs to really be a, game changer. I almost doubt it'll be tough these final couple of weeks. Turn ourselves, but we can all make it. I've worked out a rationing plan. A bucket for a toilet. Welcome to the club. How is there rationing property? People were taking showers. What? I'm surprised that Guinea, who's like Turner's big supporter, would start blocking his plan. Yeah, like why is she freaking out about showers? Is she being facetious? Yeah, it feels a little contrived. Jeez, Angstrom, what a jerk. He's why we're alive. Barely. Ginny, I thought you were on freaking Turner's side. You're apparently hooking up with him. What? She guides him to the couch. No matter what we decide, we'll have to ration. Somebody had to. I'll do anything so I can shower. You want to die to shower? Is that really a thing? Like, yeah, I mean, you're taking a long, hot shower. What do you expect is going to happen? Let's just work together. Okay, so they're falling apart. Not this again. I know I shouldn't have let this come into this meeting. Leave now and contaminate us all. Everybody, I'm pregnant! I don't even know who Rolina is. I don't know if I should care. So yeah, I think that one is, we need to start to, like, there's so many characters introduced that this feels like a revelation that's not been set up. Well, this is like really, let me see. Rolana's announcement is good, but because we have so many characters that are all bickering about stuff that's not 100% clear, this revelation, I mean, I would just say don't try to hide stuff, like, don't hide the facts too much from the reader. Just give us the situation straight if possible. And just let the drama speak for itself. The concealment is never a great option in writing. But I put that as a writing tip. Alright. Back to business here. Just gonna go through right here. Shoots everyone else aside, even Clark's plan. They look at her. It's only awkward. Keeps it in perspective. Be fruitful and multiply. And another one to keep alive. And Turner. I don't know. I want some motive for him. Like, I want some motive for his random machismo responsibility. or at least to understand why he's so like the top in this taking command area. Like, I was a Navy SEAL for 10 years. I'm the best equipped to save us, from the, you know, whatever. I'm gonna grab a soda. I'll be right back. Okay, turn right to logbook. But it's Derek. We have to talk. With your accountant skills. Wait. Angstrom has been so antagonistic. I think we just have too many characters, frankly. Oops. There's too many characters with dialogue. It's like, who is who? Oh, no. But Angstrom has been antagonistic, so that's very strange that he's all of a sudden chummy. Is one person really going to kill all of them? I mean, I like the setup of the one for all. I mean, I really like the setup, but then you better get 7 bags. I guess that's 22. Outvoted in what? Outvoted. Relief. $25. I'm a little confused. EMJ. You win jelly beans! Yay! I love jelly beans. I'll never forget you. Kiss him on the shoulder. Starts making her way down. There's a knock on the door. Moocher! Oh man, I'm sorry you're having an insomniac night, dude. Well, welcome. I get insomnia as well, my friend, from time to time. So your pain is understood. Your pain is understood. That's brutal. You have work tomorrow morning? MG pulls his head out of the black of the task cover. So this interaction is funny, but I'm still just not getting page 28. I've been good. Just spending a lot more time writing now and doing editing, obviously, for a few folks. But yeah, so far so good. Just been keeping busy, getting kind of limbered up for the next edit, or the next round of my novel. So that should be pretty gnarly. Ugh, I'm kind of dreading getting back to it, to be honest, but it'll be good. Yeah, so there's some sort of simulation, it seems like. Been so busy writing my master's thesis, 40-page minimum in Spanish. I'm so ready to have it out of my life. Oh my goodness gracious. What's your thesis going to be? Is it going to be a literary critique, or something like that, or what are you thinking? What do you got in mind? About 20 pages in. That's pretty good. Use of technology in the Spanish classroom for instruction and assessment. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that. When I was in Spanish class in high school, we would play the Harry Potter game in Spanish. And I got really good at Harry Potter. I think I was like the only person who beat it and got to fight Voldemort. It was like everybody else, I was like a gamer, and everybody else would like just talk and shoot the crap, and I would be like, no, I'm gonna beat Harry Potter in Spanish. And then I beat it, and then I played the French one, the Chamber of Secrets in French. Yeah, it was so nice being like the one person who knew how to work computers in high school. You could just do so much more. I'm looking for this right smart guy for this, and that's you. Everybody learns. Okay, I wanted to help out. Okay. I'm not quitting. Okay, so this is the day before. Tell everyone because you didn't want to learn how to change the filters on the scrubber. Okay, so he's learning the filters now. Take off the panel and remove old filter and put it in the room. That's it. Okay. This filter scene again. Not really sure what it's accomplishing. What is this filter scene accomplishing? What are your ideas? Do you know what the other 20 pages are going to hold, Moocher? Or are you just kind of like, well, I ran out of stuff at page 20. I'm in trouble. How is Pico Mouse? I don't know what Pico Mouse is. Sounds cool, though. What's Pico Mouse? Indeed, Pico Mouse. Well, I'll talk in the nice Bob Ross voice, and hopefully that'll lull you to sleep, Moocher. Then take off the hoses at each end of the filter and put in a new one. Then replace the panel. What else? This is very, very technical. You know. Yeah, I do wonder about all this time we're spending here. So you got this, you're great. Sorry I wasn't able to give you something. Ginny, I just want to help out like everyone else, but don't tell anyone how long it took me to learn it. They'll be proud. Tussel's hair. Pipe down, we have to find out if we have enough food for everyone in 2 weeks. Stowaway Clark. Let's get into the Clark's stowaway. But, so then why were they trying to kick out the kid with disabilities then? Hmm. How is Pico Mouse? Oh, oh, oh. She's good. I have a whole table of contents written out for my thesis. It just takes time to find and read the research, then synthesize it into my paper. Gotcha. Fox is good. She's having kind of an intense, so send positive thoughts and prayers over to Fox. She's having kind of an intense time at her doctoral, her pharmacy thing right now, so she's been a little stressed. But overall good. Tonight we hung out and played some Heroes of the Storm, which is a great game. I think I'm friends with you on BattleNet, right? I think I'm BattleNet friends with you. Go crazy if I were them. Be even more boring. Yeah, so Fox has been, she's been doing good. We did a co-stream a little while back. We did a review a couple nights ago. So that's, or a couple of, I think it was a couple nights ago. Did a little review, which was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I gotta do the mellow vibes. Yeah, Stokinator, indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna just like make my voice as mellow as possible for you, Mooch. Try to just let you get on to sleep. Like the headspace guy. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice slow breath out. Same time, guineas, okay. Yeah, I feel like the action lines, I don't know if you need that as a writer here. So I'm gonna say 33. You, uh, I'm not a big fan of the self-aware. Like, it's so hard to vision. Someone on Overwatch was griefing me. Ugh, I'm a sensitive guy. It's true. Yeah, people can be kind of buttheads about all these things. It's like, guys, it's a game. It's a game that you do when you're bored. you know? Man, I just found an old picture of Fox in my. Found an old picture of Fox in my wallet. Look at that. Must be us at some event. His long hair back then. I don't know where that was. Maybe. I had to calm down. Yeah. Yeah, that'll keep you up. That'll drive your insomnia up a little bit. Now, is this willful insomnia or is this inadvertent insomnia? Because sometimes both will happen. Okay, so I did all this stuff. Such a cute picture. I know. I think Fox makes it. My ugly mug doesn't do anything for pictures. I'll be right back. Not willful insomnia. Oh man, that's brutal. That's the worst, man. I am so sorry. I've had a few nights like that too, and sometimes. Do you have any of the medicine for it? Usually, if you have a nice doctor, they'll give you some stuff. Got some Ambien, for myself, And then if you get stressed or something, they can give you some other stuff too, if it's like anxiety driven. But in any case, make a nice, quiet, chill stream tonight, and hopefully that'll let you doze off. Feel free to doze off at any point in this stream, or just kind of close your eyes. There's uh, no worries there. Interesting. Okay. She works. Okay. Getting out of here is the only thing I want to hear. So, I mean, is there a threat out there? Like, why are they so, you know... Yeah, it feels a lot like Memento, where this is kind of going backwards. Feels a lot like Memento. Okay, bandages are fine. I don't think I really need a sling. I'll take it off. Didn't think I was allowed to. Take a seat and watch some popcorn. Oh, I think I have a role for you. Pants. Oh, that's a bit confusing. Um, Entertainment hostess with morale boost. You work great with MJ and exercise regularly. Only for a few weeks. With your acting background, you're a natural. Never seen myself as a director. Yeah, okay, so this is another one where I'm looking for some more conflict. Conflict or some situation that's hyper clear. Things feel vague, so it's hard to, really engage. Yeah. Okay. Certainly improves the view. Okay. Teach, yeah. It's a funny transition. I like that transition. You know, I like. Alright. Instrument Lucia progressed into the lowest shelf on the opposite side. The top of the box is wet. And they have mice. Why don't they eat the mice and drink their blood? Okay, so he's being facetious. Angstrom traps the first three barrels. So he's checking the water. So is this when? So is that when they got together? It feels like they are so conversational. Um, it feels odd that they just, it feels odd that it seems like Turner and Ginny hooked up for where she was okay with her shirt flopping over her during yoga. Feels like my plan is to finish my thesis by spring break in April. What we call around here Masters Week because it's the golf tournament. This summer is my big plan to continue writing my 5 mystery stories. That's exciting. That's awesome to hear, Moocher. So glad you're getting in on the writing game. That's so cool. And yeah, I'm gonna probably be streaming more throughout the day. So a lot of times I will be probably around dinner time, your time. So hopefully, I've been streaming from about 2, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. or so. So 5:30 most days. So hopefully there'll be some nice time where you can show us your awesome work. Okay. Good luck, Moocher. Get a nice, restful night. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you sleep well. Take care, and see you on BattleNet. I'll tell Foxy I said hi indeed, and that you wished her good luck. I know she'll appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. I think things are turning around. They're getting better. It's just been a kind of a crazy week for her, I think. Okay, so then she's obviously pregnant. I feel like doing the revelations backwards are just. It's really just drains the tension because so many of these scenes we already kind of know what the revelation is. She shouts, "I'm pregnant!" So, like, all these scenes kind of have their tension just kind of pulled out of them. Hmm, let's do. Alright, mouse starts in the corner. So he makes friends with the mouse. Mouse pees his pants. Again, I'm kind of like want these pieces to come together. You know, we have a lot of these plot moments. Oops. We have a lot of plot moments and little scenes and events, but very few of them have conflict. And I'm really wanting them to come together as a whole. Don't go for Miss Virginia. Don't forget you help clean after dinner today. Okay, always ready to help out. He's really good at checkers. Our brother taught him to play. Okay. He never made it back from Iraq. Blessed. A little misspelling there. That should go there. Here's his brothers. They used to read together all the time. The information on the brother is interesting. Feels yeah. So you always got to have your backstory. I'll put that down in my little writing tips as well. That's one that I see a lot. There you go. A little speed one. But I want the job he gave me, and I want to do it. So there's like a bunch of couples in this like thing. I think I'm just gonna do. Day 6. I feel like tension is getting less every day because we know the outcome of the last few days. Woo, uh, Jimmy. crushes MJ. I really want to see that more. What does it look like for him to be crushed? You know. I thought you were different. Jeez, why is she so mean? She's so nice to MJ later. I'm really surprised. Why doesn't she play with MJ? She seems happy. He's gone. Maybe I missed something early in the scene? She says her hand on the show. She invites him in. What's inside the files? Uh, so, but she's so chummy with him later. Yeah, getting a little bit confused about the motivations here. Back inside the generator, he walks up behind him. Jimmy, what'd you call me? Not really, the greasing. Get kind of bored. Go do something. Read your Bible. I'm tired. I'm still bored. I want my own job, like everyone else. Everyone does that. Okay. So I think I'm skimming here, and I am. I'll admit it, because we already know the outcome to this, which is he gets a job like 2 days later. So day 5. Whew, got a lot of days left here. Soldier bandage. Don't do this. He'll behave. Not one of us will survive. I told you he just wants to control us. I wanted you to help me maintain the equipment, but I see now I can't trust you. We're not going to survive unless everyone contributes. He will torture. You thought of everything. He's not a bad element. Your thoughtfulness is charming. You love to eat and poop once in a while. Treat us like prisoners. That's all you get. All right, I like this scene. I like this scene. Finally seeing what happened, but the big but, because everyone settles in and obeys, in the end, it feels less high stakes. about be dependent on use those in a file, something he plops into the bed. Wish you knew how I feel. If you tell them, honey, it's nothing catchy. Who knows what he'll do then. You say nothing, there might be health issues. It's only a couple more weeks, I'll weather it. Maybe we won't. Okay, so yes, we know she's pregnant, she's hiding it. So yeah, that does feel a little extra. You know, the yeah, I feel like this out of order thing is like just murdering the screenplay or the backwards. I mean, Memento is a hard movie to pull off, but there has to be like a new revelation each time you go back, and there really hasn't been. I'm just gonna write that again in the overall. I feel like your structure is killing the way your story builds suspense. Each, time we go back, there should be a twist of what we expect. But things, feel normally. I.e., if someone is hiding a pregnancy, what would still surprise us in setup? Yeah, I think we're looking for that. What will still surprise us? That's what we're really trying to see. Is like what is going to still be like, oh, interesting. You know. Yeah, the setup has to be the surprise. The setup has to be the surprising thing in your story, not the reveals here. Yeah. Telling a story backwards is hard. I cannot imagine, and I'm not going to attempt it because I'm sure I would not even. I mean, this is an amazing attempt, but I would be, oh my goodness, underwater and writing a story like this. Okay. He's bleeding some stills, so she stitches him up. Nice bedside manner. Stop interrupting Mrs. Johnson. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, this is just a conversation, Let's talk about acting. Oops. I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place. Okay. It's just a feel-good convo. No conflict or subtext that I can see. How does this relate to the big story question? I think that's worth asking. I think maybe I'll put that in my overall notes. feels like we're missing a big story question that's driving each scene, or that each scene outcome helps answer. Some scenes are fun and have great banter, but don't build to the big question. The closest we get is like, why are they here? But we need more than that. And it needs to be a part of every scene. Alright. For the rest, okay, careful, sleep, okay, day 4, common room morning, count us off. Let's see if she can keep up. 1, 2, join at any time, make sure I get it right. 3, 4, it amazes me how someone can exercise. MK Streams, welcome, welcome. It has been a little while. This is a little late night editing stream, just editing a friend of mine's screenplay. Kind of doing just a quick overview, trying to find those big, hopefully opportunities for the writer. How you doing? How's writing and life and all that stuff? Stretching my head, okay. Sometimes you have to admit you're in the wrong path, going nowhere to start over. Although it may seem like the wrong path. How's life and writing, MK? Everyone gathers in turns room, so if you're curious too, I can kind of give you the rundown on this story. Everyone gathers in turns room, stuff themselves. Before we take the vote, I want everyone to see. It only proves you good at parlor tricks. Still, I learn how to take a reading. Thanks for the follow. The Ryan Cardinal. Welcome, welcome. Having kind of a nice, relaxing stream tonight. Just kind of going through screenplay, start to finish, talking through some of the notes. Doing my first feature and writing a feature for my project. I'm still looking to extend my writing skills. My main problem is proofing. Well, yeah, as always, if you ever need an edit, let us know. But yeah, a lot of especially for feature writing, a lot of the books I'd recommend are down in the comments, or not in the comment section, in the profile section. I would definitely check out Save the Cat if you haven't. And if you're looking for just some general books that are really good on writing, just, any sort of fiction, screenplay or otherwise, Fantasy Fiction Formula is a great read, and I would really encourage any writers that are trying to, break some ground on some work to check those books out. I think those are the top 2 on my little recommendations list. So, get them on Amazon. I also use Screenwriter's Bible. That's a good one. I've read that one as well. I think I have that one in my little list as well. It's a good one. Yeah. Screenwriter's Bible's great. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're reading the books. A lot of people set out without doing their homework and reading them start to finish. So it's encouraging that you're doing that, and I think that will serve you well, serve you very, very well, by just doing the homework. Well, hopefully one of these days you send your feature screenplay by us. This is a I'm doing it, doing this edit for my friends, so it's not as if I do a real developmental edit, it's very, very in depth. So you don't have to worry. Still like to learn how to take a reading. Okay. Is there? It's interesting that they're suspicious him. If they were really, would they not question him? I mean, simple device. Why can't he teach them right now? I'm going to also want to ask what you think of Kickstarter. In what regards, in terms of getting a feature film produced? Um, I know some people have done it successfully, but the person I saw that did it on Kickstarter was the guy from Scrubs. He was already kind of a famous actor. But if it's a short film, I think that's more possible. But longer feature films might be a little bit trickier to get done. Between them and the place behind them, it was close, 4-3. We see that Einstein, who won, we received a great victory. What? So, the stab, it feels like the stab happened, you know, the timeline feels weird here. Are you a video editor at all? I am not. I don't do video editing. I like I've done it, but I'm obviously very very amateur. But I've done it for like business videos and stuff. What day is this? This is day 4, right? Start day 5. On the right side of what you are writing, what software is that? So the notes I'm writing here are just in Notepad++. So it's just a very simple text editor, and I usually use that for editing PDFs where sadly can't add notes, or I can, but I don't like PDF. It's just like these weird comments that are really hard to read. So I try to give the writer just a really concise set of notes, just in Notepad++. And that's free, which is really nice. And also good if you do some coding and stuff like that, which I've also done. Ugh, man, my hat is hating on me right now. Alright, on we go. I'm going to try to get some of this ground covered here. No! Revote! And that's some good news. Yeah, Lucia's. That's some good news. There's a very odd line when someone's swinging around a knife. Um, I use Final Draft for screenplays. I like to outline my scripts in index cards. How do you outline your projects? I do as well. I've used index cards many times. I my board is in my room actually. But yeah, I have a big old poster board with index cards on them. I do a lot. Like I will do index cards. I will do scene by scene outlines. It's usually just I usually do two or three ways just to scope it out, tell friends about it, see what they like and don't like, and so I do a lot of just spend a lot of time in your outline. I would say even just sit your friend down or sit a stranger down over coffee and just tell your story to them and see if they get bored and what parts they get bored during. Very helpful for it was at least for me. I don't do the coffee shop thing like I should, but maybe I will one day. It's a little like weird even for me. But that's what they recommend in Save the Cat. But I do talk. I went on a walk this evening actually with a friend of mine and talked about a lot of the story things I'm going to change. So Clark's freaking out. It's pretty risky. His hand is covered in blood. His own. Yeah, those lines are a little too telly. So like page 66. You know, it's already clear that the blood is his own. Prob can cut. Move these. Overly over explanatory moments. Those usually help a little bit. Well, do you have a log line you're working on, MK Streams? I'm always curious to hear what cool stuff everyone is coming up with. Alright, collect lunges, knife drops command, okay. Da, da, da. Not that getting everyone through another 2 weeks of this, you better. You might be leading the only living humans on Earth. I'm sure there are others. No, we have no one else. I actually don't do log lines. Do you recommend it? You don't have to do the specific log line format. Like I don't think it's necessary to, do exactly that way. But I don't think it's a bad idea to have, maybe a one or two sentence kind of summary that just highlights the through line to your story. That fantasy fiction formula book has another. Let me see if I can grab it. I think it's over here, actually. He actually brought it down. She does a different style in formulating her story plan. Where is it? Character design, viewpoint. Probably should reread that. But she has. What's her little style? Oh, yeah, she does situation, protagonist, objective, opponent, and climax. So, like, situation when his young daughter is kidnapped, protagonist, King Fandolin, objective, vows to do anything to get her back, but can he bring her safely home when, opponent, evil wizard, climax, demands Fadolin's soul as the child's ransom. So, she has a little different format, but I think hers is really good too. So yeah, situation, protagonist, objective, opponent, climax. Yeah, that's a pretty good setup, I think, as well. But yeah, pretty much having just a very simple, clear idea of the big plot question that your story is going to ask is usually helpful. And some people get there and get to that end by a logline, and others do it different ways. This is the one for my novel that I'm working on. So maybe that's an example of kind of just a way to help the writer just kind of be like, okay, this is the through line. Okay, they voted for you after you got stabbed. These scripts you stream, do you ever sell them or just free scripts? So I'm editing. So I do sell edits, and I've done much deeper edits. So this is an example of a development edit. So that link, that box link on the bottom is me having done that's like an actual paid edit. So these free ones are ones I'll do for friends or for people on stream. Usually I don't go more than 10 pages. Um, but in this case, I'm going through the whole thing because it's written by a friend of mine who's read my entire novel, no less. Poor soul. Um, but yeah, I'll usually do a little bit of both. I'll do paid edits. Usually, I don't stream the paid edits because some writers don't want that. The writer in this example gave me permission to share my development edit for them, though. I'll put her in a charge. Don't care. I've heard enough. Indeed, indeed. It's like if people want the more detailed notes in a private edit, then a little bit less. It's a little bit more. On the best chance for you to survive. vote. Hmm. I feel like because this is told backwards, so many of these scenes are losing their kind of suspense. I mean, I won't write that note again because I feel like it's kind of clear, but or it's something I've already mentioned. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why Angstrom is so like randomly nice and then randomly like really rude. Hmm. One of my main problem in writing are commas. Well, you know what, MK, I wouldn't worry if I were you too much about commas. You know, somebody can always figure out how to fix your comma usage. But the most important thing, if you want to, be a storyteller, is to learn to tell a good story. So I would always say, worry about grammar later. The first order of business is to learn how to make a story that people want to keep reading. A story that people would pay to read. You can find somebody to fix your commas. Hard to find somebody who can write a story that people will pay to read. So they're all talking and hanging out. How in the blazes does that help? Day 2. So, like, would a proofreader like to sign a disclosure, you think, for the protection of a script? Yeah, most proofreaders will sign an NDA, and that'll be part very, very common. Let me send you to there's a Facebook group. So script proofreaders are different, but oops. There's groups like Ask a Book Editor. There you go. So there's Facebook groups like this, and those people will do for fiction books. Screenplays are a little different, but yeah, you can definitely find most editors should sign an MDA, but most of them will not steal your work. Does your company do anything like that? Yeah, I will usually have a NDA written up, or it will be in the email. So just being like, hey, look, I'm not going to disclose with anybody. This is what to expect. So I usually will have like a pretty clear set of expectations in terms of what to look for in an edit and an estimate. I have a service. No, you don't. Looks at the phone. Paces around the room. Lowers it. Nothing. Can you link to a website and a Facebook page, please? And thank you, boss. Of course. My website, bossediting.com. Speedy Sound, welcome. And there is my Facebook stuff. I thought I had my website on there too. Maybe I should do that on my social. I'm going to add that. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, Speedy Sound. How are you? Do you do any writing or editing, or just a nice, brave soul stopping in tonight to say hi? Commands. I think it's up here, isn't it? No? Cool. So those are all the things. All the magical things. Yeah, we're just wrapping up an edit about it. Page 85 of 106. Kind of doing a little bit quicker one tonight because it's getting a little on the late side, but I think I'll be able to get this one wrapped up this evening. Screen goes black. Turner wanders around the room for some more. But are you doing movie editing? So that's right, I'm doing a feature screenplay editing. So pretty much what that means is this is a screenplay for a feature film that a friend of mine wrote, and I'm going through. I usually for like paid edits, I'll do a lot more in depth But yeah, I'm kind of going through and trying to find, okay, what are some of the opportunities? Where does the story work? Where is the story not so clear? And going from there. So this is kind of a post-apocalyptic, feels like simulation story, where this person has tricked people into, you know, um, wonder, you know, page 84. I like that the service is hidden, but I wonder why Clark doesn't try it again. I see, I do movie trailer music. That's awesome. Very cool. In a world. Well, I love listening to soundtrack music when I'm writing. So I do writing streams and editing streams while I try. So if you have any music on SoundCloud or something, feel free to link it in. Always like to see what awesome stuff people are doing and support other folks that are out there hustling and trying to make some art, whether it's music or writing. So feel free to share your stuff. I'd love to give it a listen. But I wonder why Clark doesn't try it again. Also, uh, you know, why can't Turner tell them why he's keeping them there? Curious to know that. Of course, dear. She powers on the phone. Okay, so then she powers on the phone. Oh, wrap it up, Mr. DJ. Lights out soon. Okay, Jimmy, I'll eat in the room. Yeah, this spider, it feels like you wrote this screenplay in order and then you made it out of order. 85. Feels like you wrote this screenplay in order and then did it in reverse. Really want to see, we already know he's afraid of spiders. And this feels like a setup for that fear for later. But we've already gotten the payoff. Yeah, so it feels like this is your setups and payoffs need a little bit of work here. Um, oh, awesome! I'm excited. I'll put the music on. Actually, we'll play that sucker on stream. I'm excited. Okay, let's take a look here. I like your graphics. This is awesome. Very nice. This is good for this movie that I'm reading right now. This is a good fit. He almost instantly goes to relax. With MJ shadow behind him, we think any. It's where you want to be if you're ever nuclear. Nice. It's a good track. This is what I listen to all day. There you go. There's the final boss comment. Nicely done, sir. The UN turns a small regional conflict. Designed to be a lifeboat for 6 for a month, a little ark. Yeah, so 6 for a month. Oh wait, whoops. Get that up here. It's a good song. That's a good song. That's nothing to be nothing to be worried about. That's awesome. How long have you been doing sound production for? It sounds like you're just getting started, doing some new fun stuff. Like a TV show. I feel like this is like going to be a TV show or something. I feel like this is going to be the Truman Show. Yeah, I feel like Clark's introduction. If this, if this is after the catastrophe, I feel like Alright, so they're mulling about the supply room. I've been doing EDM for about 4 years. Only started doing orchestral music in the year. That's awesome. Well, fantastic. I mean, I think that's fun that you're getting into the orchestral stuff. It's a lot of good stuff. Are you gonna go to any any of those like academies, Academy of Arts, stuff like that? Do any composing stuff there, or are you like I kind of know what I want to do and I just need to get more tracks written? This reveal feels a little funky. Like, I can see why. You're not, yeah, you're kind of like, I'm good, I'm good. How can they blow up the world? Here, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know if I believe this setup 100%. This guy made it make it great. No. Yeah, I feel like Clark is asking some pretty okay questions to ask. Yeah, I don't know why they're all going along with this. Like, why are they all going along with this when they say it's coincidental? I watch movies 24/7, to be honest. Nice. I just want to make some new tracks. That's awesome. That's awesome, Speedy Sound. Well, you may just have the opportunity. If you have a passion in something, I am indeed reviewing a script. Are you gonna rewrite it too? Not this one. I just got it now. It's all good. It's all good. I am not. I'm just editing it and kind of giving the writer some notes on things to change and maybe some ways to improve it. So just kind of finding those opportunities in the story that are good or are not good. Oh, sorry for having. No, no worries. No worries. No worries. We're pretty laid back. I saw Annihilation. Oh, nice! I heard it was good. No spoilers. I gotta check it out. I've been wanting to check that out. I heard it was supposed to be really bomb. All right. Yeah, but I heard that was supposed to be pretty darn good. Yeah, the action line of like Guinea's fully into this show is you're telling us what you show us a moment later. So like page 100. Don't need to tell me she's into this when you do such a great job showing me with the salute. That movie's really messed up my head. Messed up my head. That's awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'll have to check it out. I heard it was really, really, really well done. I feel like this reveal is playing very oddly. The baby. It was so good, Paramount got scared after two flops in a row. It wasn't even released in theaters. Ah, dang. I'm excited. I heard it was really supposed to be good. There's this really great script website. If you like screenplays and film, that's a really good screenplay and storytelling website. Um, but yeah, they talked about that book, that movie, I mean, being really good. Okay. So they put him in prison. So is it performance? So does Guinea knock him out? Yeah, Guinea's acting. I don't know if this is like playing well. Yeah, we might just need a little more clarification there. Smidge more. So they take him away. But yeah, I don't know how. For sure. I hope you enjoy it. It's a great resource if you like kind of film stuff and if you love reading if you love watching so much movies so much, you might just read the screenplays. That's the best. I always recommend that to people who love the movies. I'm like, you can read all the screenplays for free and they're just as good. And it's better for your brain. And you learn a lot. Why not please take him away? Isn't he wedding? You're all invited. Mm-hmm. What about Jimmy? I like that. All right, and that's the end. Fade out. Well done. Great job. Yeah, I was trying to see. I think I do need some more. I watched David Mamet's masterclass. Nice, nice. Well, yeah. Well, then Script Shadow is a great place to find um, a great place to find a bunch of screenplays, and yeah, that's the best. It's like if you love film and love movies, just reading screenplays is a great free way just to enjoy that art form, really. Okay, cool. I think that's a lot of notes. That's a good chunk of notes there. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's getting pretty late for me. But take care, everybody. I watched David Mamet's and a bit of Aaron Sorkin's. Ooh, very, very cool. I heard those are great. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Speedy Sound, and those other brave folks who stuck with us for the long haul in the late night stream. I see a few other friendly faces out there. Anyways, y'all, take care. Have a good evening. I'm gonna get some R&R, and I hope y'all had, y'all had fun hanging out with us tonight and reading through the screenplay. If you have any, you want to see more of the stuff we've done, check out our archive. There you go. It's on YouTube there. A bunch more edits and stuff like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one live on YouTube, as a matter of fact, and put all my notes in for reference. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.